Welcome to the Life and Listings podcast. I have Ann here, who's up in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Ann.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Pretty good. Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you are doing.
So I am a new brokerage owner. I have worked in the business or been in real estate for 8 years. I was with Coldwell Banker, I was with a boutique firm, and then I was with Berkshire Hathaway. And then I got a crazy hair and I decided to open my own brokerage with my team. And so 6 months ago, I started my own brokerage here in the northern Denver area. And I just got 18 people under me. So it's taken off. It's really exciting. I just don't think I realized how much additional work it would be since I was already running a team. I didn't think. I was like, this is easy. I already pay for everything anyway. And
Yeah,
a whole nother layer.
it is. There's a lot of moving parts, right? You know, you already had the team thing down, but then you've got to add on all of this other brokerage stuff, which is amazing opportunity for you and your team. But now you've got a bunch more minutia, I would say, adding on that layer. One of the things, I wanted to kind of talk about, I mean, most of our listeners are probably team leads, broker owners, and we've got a lot of agents listening as well. I mean, how did you grow your business? Like, how did you get to where you are now?
Well, I really started small. When I was a very brand new agent, I started with Coldwell Banker, and they were having like a mentor program. It didn't meet my needs, and I did what they said. I called somebody and I was like, hey, can I do an open house? And she was actually a team lead. She gave me my first open house, and she actually mentored me more than any mentor did there. So I actually approached her and asked if I could join her team. And she was so wonderful. We worked it out. I joined her team. And in all honesty, I fell in love with the whole team concept. I really enjoyed being a part of something. I didn't really necessarily like the part of real estate where like you meet people and you get them in houses and they're your best friend. Like you talk to them all the time, you do all this, and then you sell them the house and you are supposed to be keeping up with them, but you don't talk to them as often. So I really missed the togetherness and like doing life with other people. And with a team, like you can share all that, you can be there for each other, and they're not gone after a closing. So I kind of look at my team as like a family. And honestly, I really just want us all to grow our businesses together. I think that together we can accomplish so much more. And so that's kind of where the whole team thing came in for me. And then my team lead was wonderful. She was awesome. But I was like, hey, I want to do this because there's some things that I think we could really improve on. But it wasn't my team. So I then started my own team, and it was super slow at first. I'd have like one person, 2 people, 2.5 people, then 1 person. Then it kind of started to roll that I really feel like almost all of the people on my team are here because of other team members, because they're like, oh my gosh, like I've tried Wise Hire, I've tried Indeed, I've tried like those type of things. But I actually have gotten most of my agents because my agents are like, what? Your team lead doesn't do that? She doesn't, and they are the ones who actually do almost all of my recruiting for me just by what I teach here or what I try to do here. So they are my recruiting staff.
That's amazing. I mean, and I'm sure that your let's say recruiting or your interviews go so much better because they kind of already know you, right? And you probably already know that they might be the right cultural fit because they know some of your agents that have already been there for a long time. So
Yeah,
it's easier.
It's been my lender has referred me a couple, and mostly them. I think my team is just super excited because we just really support each other, and I'm huge into training. I don't understand teams that bring people on and then They give them the basics and then they don't keep going. Sometimes they don't even give them the basics. They don't even take them on showings and teach them how to show a house, or it's a little shocking to me. So I think I think they hear what I do. And then I also think I have such a great team that it's just not me teaching. So
Yeah.
everyone reviews contracts, everyone helps each other, and we get together really a lot, talking and working together.
So that's just so awesome. We were just talking about this the other day, Anne, where it was like someone called me because we're in semi-similar markets. I'm a little south of Anne, but had someone call me and I was a listing agent, and they were like, hey, I don't even know how to schedule a showing. And when I get there, I don't know how to open the door. And I was like, oh no, wow. Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you poor lady. Here's how you schedule a showing. Here's how when you get there, you're going to open the door. But I'm like, who is supposed to be teaching this person these easy steps?
Well, I actually don't even allow, I don't know, allow is the right word, but my agents actually don't receive. So I give out leads. So I'm a Zillow Flex agent, and then I also pay for leads and I do some things like that. So I actually get quite a few leads a month. So I'm very, very blessed in that regard. I don't let any new agents or newer to my team agents actually show houses until they've shadowed myself or someone on the team 5 different times. And then before I let them go out on their own, then I call them and I set up a showing just like I'm a client. They answer the phone. They go through showing time or broker bay. They set everything up. I've taught them what the buyer's packets are, what comps to bring, and they show me the house just like I was a new client. So before I even let anyone go out, we make sure that they know what they're doing and they know how to talk to the clients and they know how to pull comps. It's just really important to me that you start out ahead.
Yeah.
My agents.
Because I mean, we've all been there where you're like at the front door and that you can't get in for whatever various reason. But that's obviously always going to happen. But at least you know the steps that you're supposed to take to get in the door. And then even I like that you're really pouring into them on an even higher level. It's not just about opening the door. You're providing the information and really great value to these clients that you are showing a house to.
We, in our industry, like I said, I was a Zillow Premier agent. There's like all of these different ones, Open Door, like all of that, where they want realtors to just be door openers. And I think it's so, so important that we establish ourselves as an expert. And if you haven't been trained to be that expert and you're just coming off and you just went to school, you passed your test, which is wonderful. There's so much more than that. And if you're going to win that person who our buyers and our sellers are so knowledgeable, they have been on the internet, they have been doing all of this before they even reach out. So it's really our responsibility is to make sure that we are still the expert and we're their advice and we're their educator. And I think that's the biggest thing, because anyone can be a door opener. Anyone can be a door opener. What sets you aside from being a door opener versus a realtor who is fiercely loyal and protective of their clients is what makes us so special, I think.
Awesome. I think so too. I mean, from my experience, you truly, as a team leader and a broker owner, really pour into your team more than I see as commonplace, right? What other things are you doing to really make sure that your agents are successful and not just opening doors, but they're actually making a living?
Well, so what I do is, first of all, I think I have pretty decent splits. I do that for the making the living part. But I also would say that I actually think I speak to my agents. So Mondays and Fridays, we do a Zoom call at 9:30 in the morning, checking in, seeing where everyone's at and going forward that way. Wednesdays, we have a team meeting, and Thursdays it's called Deep Dive. So we get together Wednesdays, and if people can, Thursdays, And we don't just, another thing that we do is we look over each other's contracts. So we're on Telegram, which is kind of like a Slack type thing. And we have a whole channel that says contract review. So someone puts in like, hey, can someone review an offer for me? I will tell you that within 15 minutes, someone is reviewing an offer for someone. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's someone else on the staff, but just not staff, but on the team.
Yeah.
Just getting a second set of eyes. I've closed over 100 deals and I still have people review my contracts. Because what if it's that one time I forget the loan termination deadline? What if it's the one time, and having that second set of eyes is just like so important. And then also it's teaching the person who's reviewing that contract. She's like, oh, I never seen that verbiage before. Or I didn't even think to do that. So it's like that it's a learning experience for both people. So I think that's one of the things that I do a little bit different, is that we teach a lot. Last week I had homeowners insurance, insurance broker come in. The week before that, I had a home warranty person come in, and we just talked about the pros and cons and how we can set our clients up for success. Like what are the questions that an insurance person is going to have? What are some of the things that we can do to prepare our clients when they're calling the insurance broker to make sure they're getting the right coverage? So it's that education piece that I really want our clients to go, wow, my realtor, she gave me this and she gave me that, and I chose to use this or I chose not to, but she helped me the whole time.
And she understood what she was offering too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think more often than not, most agents are just saying, well, I heard that we're supposed to be offering this and my brokerage has this person to talk to, but then when it actually comes down to it, they don't actually understand title. They don't actually understand home warranties. And, we don't have to be experts in everything, but sometimes we at least having a real basic understanding of what we telling our clients they need to pay for is great, right?
Yeah, I think that's totally correct. And it's also, Jennifer, it's getting those people in kind of consistently, because 2 years ago, the insurance deadline wasn't such a big deal, because we hadn't experienced all the hail. We hadn't experienced all the things that we've experienced in Colorado lately. As there are a lot of insurance companies right now that are pulling out of the state of Colorado because we've had so many claims. So bringing an insurance person in now and having them explain to the team why that deadline is so important is something that, if you're not constantly being educated on what's going on in the market and what things are happening, is you could miss that deadline and your client could not qualify because of their debt to income ratio, because of how high insurance has went. Sorry, it was totally tangent, but
no,
it's definitely, I'm just really passionate about staying ahead of like, hey guys, like, don't just overlook this deadline, because this is what it means. And it's really important right now. Whereas maybe when you took the class or when you're working on contracts 2 years ago, it wasn't. It's important. So, and this is why.
Yeah, it is. It's really important. And it's not just Colorado. I mean, we're seeing that in multiple different states where insurance is really being an interesting part of the deal, where it's either really hard to get insurance or it is killing the deal because of the fact that it is so expensive. I mean, my house got totally thrashed down south by hail. I'm waiting for my insurance renewal to just see like what exactly happens. But it was something we considered too when we were buying the same house. We're in Black Forest, and I had that big fire a couple years before we bought our house.
Yeah,
insurance was more expensive than we were expecting it to be as a young family. So it's something you do want to talk to your clients about. Okay, if you're buying this in a high fire area, or we've had all this hail, or if you're in Florida and there's been different floods, understanding what the different things are happening is so important, because it's thousands of dollars that they weren't considering as part of their payment.
Well, and the cool thing is also about bringing in a broker and having them talk to your clients is I can now say, hey, they have a pretty tight debt to income ratio. Can you run this for me? Just like I'm having the lender run the numbers on, hey, what the monthly payment could be. You can actually ask your insurance agent to run they run a claim program so that they can kind of basically give you, like, if that house had a claim a while ago, it's not even just if your house or you filed a claim, but it's if they have. And so you can call your broker and they can run numbers on that specific house so you can make sure that it fits your client. And I don't think a lot of people realize they can do it because of how high the insurance has gotten. So I'm sorry, that's a little bit of a tangent, but that's why it's so important for brokerages and teams to make sure that we're educating our agents to have those conversations, because you don't want to show your clients a house that, oh, well, the taxes are a little bit high. We've always looked at that. But now we have to take into consideration the insurance too.
Yeah. I love how much you pour into your agents and, you know, how available you are and how much the team pours into them. It's so amazing. I'm going to pivot a little bit here.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm going to ask one of our, let's say, icebreaker type questions. You've been in real estate for a really long time. So what is the funniest thing that has happened to you in real estate?
So there are quite a few. I think I'm going to go with the hoarder story. Showing a house and, you kind of don't know what you're walking in on. And we kind of pulled up to a little bit of a dilapidated house, but, a little elbow grease, you never know. I'm there. I think I was just with one other woman, and I was opening the door. And just as I opened the door, they had like one of those huge stuffed animal horses, not like a little one. This was like a child size, like actual size, like colt or something like that. I opened the door, and right there, all you could see is its butt, and it's huge, and the whole place was like full of stuff. And I slammed the door and ran because I thought it was a dog, and oh my God, it was so embarrassing because you never know when you walk into these houses, like, you knock, hello, and there was just this huge blonde, like, with fur.
So
yeah,
funny.
It was.
And for those of you who don't know Ann yet, because you will once you watch this, she's always has her giant dog behind her, which is so funny. It's actually funny that she's like, every call you're on with her, she's got a giant dog like sitting right behind her. So it's extra funny that she's terrified of a dog when she walks into a showing.
I know it, but it was so big. It was like this. It was huge, and there was stuff all in there. I was sure it was coming at me. And I have a Doberman. Like, no dog scared me. I mean, Chihuahuas kind of scare me because
they should.
They're a little mean, but yes, I ran. The lady's just standing there looking at me like, what the. But I will say I will remain professional, and there were no cuss words, which was really big for me.
Super proud of you on that one. I was going to say, what did your client do? Like, what was your client's reaction when you just like ran out of the door and slammed it behind you?
She seriously was just like looking around like, what the, like, and I'm like, oh, there's a dog. And then we realized it wasn't a dog.
Oh, no. Did you get a really good laugh at it at that point?
Oh my gosh. We're still good friends to this day. You remember that dog, Ann? Like,
I have like the type of personality where I probably would like send like random pictures of like really scary dogs to you at like random points of time.
I was really surprised that when we closed, she didn't give me a stuffed horse as a gift, because that
would be totally fair. Well, Ann, this has been so much fun having you on the podcast. If anyone wants to reach out to you, whether they are looking to buy or sell in the Denver area, or if they're looking to join a team or just want to follow you somewhere, where is the best place to reach out to you?
So you can reach out to me multiple ways. In 1 week, I will have my own app, and it's called Navigate Realty. So you can go to the App Store and download the app. And it's not just a home search. It's also, we put a list of our vendors in there, a lot of really great information. Plus, it connects with all of my socials, my Instagram. I'm the Realtor Mom on TikTok. My daughter said that was interesting. She has a little bit of choice words for that. But anyway, TikTok, Instagram, all of those fun things, you'll find my link, or you can just give me a call and look me up online for the North Star team in North Glen, Colorado.
Awesome. And I will drop all of this in the show notes for you. And hopefully by then I have the link to your new app that's going live in a week, which is really exciting about.
I'm so excited.
Well, thanks so much, Ann, for hopping on today. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jennifer, for having me. Have a good one.